I made my mum's 40th birthday cake with one brief: make it pink. So today I'm gonna be taking you guys behind the scenes.
Yo, that looks sick.
From figuring out the design to baking and decorating the cake and how it all came together for the final reveal. Let's get it. Kia ora besties and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shardey, and if you're new around here, we talk all things bookish, baking and broadcasting. So if that sounds like a bit of you, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stick around. And if you're a baker or just love all things baking, then today's video is for you because we're going to be making my mum's 40th birthday cake. I've only ever made a cake from scratch once in my entire 4-year self-taught baking career, and let's just say I didn't go so well, so we're not gonna be doing that. But I have never been let down by a good old Betty Crocker's cake mix, so that's what we're gonna be using today. I've decided to do one vanilla and one chocolate fudge cake. The instructions on the back of the box are super easy to follow, and all you're gonna need are some eggs, butter, and milk. Now you want to pour your mixture into a bowl. Then we're going to add in some milk. And then 3 eggs per cake mixture.
I dropped like a whole egg into the mix.
A whole egg?
Like I went to go crack it, and it.
Oh, that's nothing.
Guys, how cute is my boyfriend for gentle parenting me? Shout out. Okay, back to it. We add our butter. Bringing it all together, we want to give it a good mix. Start it on a low speed for about 30 seconds and then gradually speed it up. And you probably want to be mixing for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, clean up on aisle 2, please. Clean up on aisle 2. Now it's time to get your silicone molds out. And now because the silicone is quite thin, I decided to put them both in like metal baking dish trays so that they wouldn't have like the oven lines in them. Anyway, there they are in all their glory, ready to go on the oven. So we want to bake on 180 for 30 minutes. Once that's all done, they should look a little something like this. The chocolate one turned out way better. We had a little bit of an incident with the 4 where it kind of was just like bulging out the side. So now we're just cutting off all the excess pieces to try and create a nice, smooth, flat top. Honestly, this bit was super satisfying, and don't worry, none of it went to waste. Okay, looking good, slowly coming together. Now, this is the board that I'm going to be popping them on. I just wanted to see visually how I would lay it out. This was the original plan, but then looking at that, I was like, nah, that looks too clustered and bunched up. So I decided to angle it slightly, and we got this cute little diamond effect. Okay guys, don't judge me for this bit. I know what you're thinking.
Bruh.
Yeah, me too. But that's not important. That's not important. We're about to see the first reveal. Move that bus.
Yo, that looks sick.
Wow. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting it to look like, but I think based on seeing what the bottom / top looked like initially, I was like, oh shit, this is not gonna be good. But I was very happy with that. And so for context, I made these the night before my mum's birthday. So what I'm doing here is I'm just wrapping them up to pop in the fridge to cool overnight so that they're good to go in the morning when I decorate. I had no idea what I was doing with this cake up until the night before my mum's birthday. The only brief she gave me was make it pink. Could have just covered it in pink icing and called it a day, but it was my mum's 40th birthday and I felt like I had to do something a little bit more special than that. And also, I feel like I also wanted a challenge. So naturally, I spent a lot of time scrolling on TikTok. It wasn't hard to find heaps of inspiration from what other people had done, specifically because I had decided that I wanted to do numbers. So a 4 and a 0. I have never done a cake like this before. It was very new to me, so I was like, what are other people doing? There were a few that I really liked and took inspiration from. So from there, I had a pretty clear idea on what I was gonna do. Of course, the main priority this morning was coffee. And then we got all of our ingredients. We've got Milky Bar, fresh strawberries, pink confetti sprinkles, pink and white lollies, white chocolate melts, icing sugar, vanilla essence, and butter. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is just put all of our chocolate melts into a bowl over top of a boiling pot. And then slowly we're going to give that a little mix every 30 seconds until it's got a nice thick texture, ready to dip some strawberries into them. Now, disclaimer, this is the first time I've ever done this before, so no, they're not great, but you got to try something to try it, and then you work towards improving it. Unfortunately for me, I don't know, they kind of just got worse as I kept going. But then we brought it home with some sprinkles, and you know, they looked cute. So we're just gonna pop those in the freezer for now. We actually ended up having lots of chocolate left over, and then I remembered I had these super cute molds, so I'm just popping some sprinkles into the butterfly one. And we also have a very cute happy birthday, so we used the leftover chocolate and nothing went to waste. Yay! But the texture of the chocolate was getting a little bit hard to work with, so I tried my best. Please do not judge me. Or do. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I am a self-taught baker, so if anyone has any tips, I am open to them. Hashtag scrape. Now we're going to move on to making the icing. You just want to start off with a big chunk of butter in a big bowl, probably above half a block, probably most of the block. Anyway, hot tip, do not get it straight out of the fridge. Make sure it is room temperature because that butter ain't going nowhere if it's cold. With this, you just gotta trust the process. It'll take a while for it to even get somewhere, but then once you do, you want to gradually start adding in your icing sugar, some vanilla essence, and if at any point it gets a little too dry, just add in a bit of warm water. And then you mix and mix and mix, and it looks something like this. Ta-da! I think we're ready to decorate. If I could bypass steps 1 and 2 just to get to step 3, then that'd be ideal. But unfortunately, you gotta do the mahi to get the treats. But after a night spent in the fridge, it's time to get these baddies out of that plastic and stick them on the board. Slay! Look at it! Oh my gosh, I can see it. I can see the vision. I've prepped 2 different icings. We're gonna start off with the white. And then we're just gonna pipe some cute little circles around the place. At this stage, I absolutely was just gonna do the whole thing white. And then I was like, oh wait, I forgot the pink. So with the 4, I understood the assignment a little bit better. Got a bit more creative with the placement and the sizes. You just gotta trust, you gotta trust. Okay, now we're on to the pink. I did use a different piping tip for this. It might have even been a smaller version of the one I used with the white. I don't know, don't ask me. There were definitely a few times where I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna run out of icing because I had completely forgotten that I had to do the sides as well. I don't know what I was thinking, guys, honestly. Just gonna give the board a little wipe down. She's gotten a little bit messy, but that's okay. Now it's time to put the final pieces onto this puzzle or cake. I'm literally just putting the different chocolate and lolly pieces in different places to make it look cute. Kind of clustering them as well in like the same sort of areas. Are you guys ready for the final reveal? Me too. Okay. And 3, 2, So, what do you guys think? What would you rate it out of 10? Would you hire me? Okay, no, in all seriousness, that was the final reveal, and I can confirm that my mom's reaction to it was everything. I'm super stoked. The vision was visioning, and it all came together in the end. But please let me know what you think of the K. Is there something that you think I could have done better? Do you have any tips and tricks? I would love to know. But that does bring us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, chuck a comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find me on all of my socials at Shardey Jade, Instagram and TikTok. Thank you guys so much for watching. I shall catch you next time. Bye besties!